I still have a
Every player out there thinks that they're an NBA player or wants to be an NBA player. And I think each player deserves the right to be there because it is their dreams.
Whether he gets drafted or not, you've given him the shot. That's all he can ask for.
You get here and you show that you're a player, then, you're in the NBA.
Now I'm shitting with no tissue, and this is my issue, I'm not kidding. Y'all say it's in the fly car, living like y'all, so I don't pay you no mind.
But when it all comes down to is, can a guy play at the next level?
Get on what you have for ass playing. I know you will watch when I...
Dorian Finney-Smith, University of Florida, small forward.
My mom put us in every sport, competed at everything, even the girls, they put on equipment and they play football, play baseball, we all, play 2-on-2. Even with my mom back when she could play, she tried to play a little bit of 2-on-2 with us. And my older brother, once he dunked on her, she kind of like, she threw in the towels and she didn't want to play no more. I just like baseball, and I kind of had a growth spurt from my freshman to sophomore year. That kind of just made it obvious that you got a basketball body. My freshman year in high school, I didn't play. I used to cry, after every game, because I didn't get in. Especially, coming up after my brother, a lot of people had a lot of expectations for me, and I think that kind of drove me because, I wasn't reaching them expectations at first. I just kept working, feeling myself getting better, and I fell in love with it. My brother died when I was 15 years old too, and you could say, because of his death, I kind of shut everybody out, and I just kept myself busy with basketball. It was like a summer league game, and I think I just came down and I dunked it. Everybody was like, "Oh, where you get that from?" And I kind of surprised myself. I just left my brother. They had like a little memorial of my brother, the same day. I left that and went straight to the game. Sometimes I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself because, when I don't play good, I feel like I'm letting them down. So I had to find peace with that. I had a daughter too, my junior year, and I won a state championship my junior year, I won a state championship my senior year. A lot going on in high school. Committed Virginia Tech because I didn't want to go far from her.
Here's Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench with a tip. How about freshman Finney-Smith stepping up big with the game winner?
The main reason why I left Virginia Tech is because, the coach that recruited me got fired, which I was getting recruited by both schools in high school. It was great to play for Hall of Famer. He knew what a pro looked like, and I knew that's what I wanted to be. He attacked every day the same. He's a great guy to look up to, a great mentor. Then the next following year, I go to the Final Four. That was a lot of fun.
See, I'm from Portsmouth, so it's been it's a pleasure. I'm blessed to be in this situation. Watching these games since I was young.
Dorian Finney-Smith from Florida is sort of a hometown hero around here. He went to a high school which was in the same conference as the high school that the PIT has played in. He went to Norcom, and they were playing at Churchland, as we have played at Churchland for the last 20 years. His last year at Florida, he was unquestionably the best player on their team. He is a player who has a lot of different abilities, and he sort of has to decide what he wants to be as an offensive player. In other words, he has tremendous athleticism. He can take the ball to the basket. Sometimes he looks like he wants to be a catch-and-shoot jump shooter. In my opinion, that's not really his strength. It needs to be more of in the background. He can do that, he can shoot on the perimeter, but his better skill is probably using his athleticism around the basket. I think with Dorian, he needs to play with the same intensity all the time, and he has to realize how good he is. Now, what do I mean by that? Every player thinks he's good, especially at this level, they all think they're fantastic. But the thing about him is he has to realize what things are going to work for him a higher percentage of the time. He's always going to be able to get a shot off because people are happy when he takes a perimeter shot instead of driving to the basket, because he's a handful when he gets around the rim. He jumps so well, he's athletic. He's a guy who can make plays. I mean, he's an above the rim rebounder. We always say, certain guys are really good position rebounders, but they're getting the rebound below the rim. They're holding you off You know, they're boxing you out, and then they're making sure that they're in the best position to get the ball. Dorian is in the other category, what I call the fun jumper category. You know, he can just go up and get it. The one thing that I saw was there were a couple of times where he had his man at the top of the key, and everybody knows he can make that shot. So he gave a real good head fake, and guys went for it. He got him up in the air, and then he drove to the basket. And I think what the NBA people will see, and what I saw, is it's amazing the amount of ground that this guy covers. He has such a long stride. He has that big first step. You know, it was funny, we were looking in the stands at all these great former players. One of them is Kiki Vandeweghe, who's vice president at the NBA now. And he was always renowned as a 6'8" lanky guy. He wasn't the fastest guy in terms of running speed, but he had that humongous first step where he would push the ball out in front of him and almost catch up to the basketball. And he got a step on everybody going to the rim that way, and he was known for that. And here's a guy, Dorian Finney-Smith, who's maybe the same size or maybe even an inch taller than Kiki Vandeweghe was, and he has that same quality. He goes from the top of the key to finishing over the rim with a dunk, and it's 2 strides.
I just graduated, so it was right after my graduation, so it was good news. I had my family with me, so my agent told me.
And with Dorian, I think he's pretty close. And he's one of these guys where there's a little bit of maddening inconsistency at times. But he's been more consistent each year. In Portsmouth, he was very consistent. All 3 games he played great. And here, again, just a hair less consistent, but he still had those moments where if you're a coach, you say, well, it's there. It's just a matter of my being able to extract that.
Enjoy being uncomfortable. You know, adversity, you got to fall in love with adversity. Because, adversity brings out who you really are. You could try to, be this, type of person, but, whenever adversity hits, it brings out your true character. So enjoy being uncomfortable and embrace it.
Once more.